Greetings! Welcome to the devlog for experimental build 1 of update 120 of hot dogs, horseshoes, and hand grenades. We're going to start off as always with a quick sound check. Make sure speakers aren't up too high. Wonderful. So what have we got for you this week? Well, it's time to play some new take and hold game modes. I've been testing them with a private testing group this past week while improving bunch of things all over the place, so I'm going to show you the latest changes of the game modes that you're going to be able to play tonight. So before we dive in, let's talk about a couple interface changes that are subtle but important. One, I finally made it so that if you've got a saved soldier that you've picked to use, it actually pre-selects the category that soldier is from when you load the scene. Similarly, it will actually keep track of whichever scene you have last selected each time you load. I had actually written this code ages ago and disabled it because it wasn't hardened against mod issues. Basically like the situation where someone puts a map in for a mod and then it saves that's the last map they played and then they remove that mod, and so I just didn't end up going back and enabling the code, but it's back. Let's go to classic hallways. Next up on here, you'll notice there's a new option called equipment seed. I talked about this last week. The idea here is like if you are doing a tournament, if you're doing an invitational, if you just have a friend that you want to play as close to the same thing as each other and see who gets the highest score, in addition to being able to hit the hold seed sequence, which is like what order of hold points do you play, you can enable an equipment seed. It defaults to random. We can hit manual here and we can just set a specific seed. So in this case, if I'm playing on 1, 2, 3, 4 as an equipment seed and you're playing on 1, 2, 3, 4 and we're playing characters that have the same equipment pools, we should get the same sequence of equipment out of those pools if we purchase it. So, but I'm going to disable that for now. I don't need it. We're going to jump into Blitz first on Soldier of Fortune Frankie, just to see one or two little tweaks they've done to it. Let's play a point or two. Blitz, spawn lock enabled, Frankie, hallways, let's go.
Uplink successful. Target system detected. Take it.
I love playing Frankie on Blitz because this is already a character that has a prodigious amount of patrols to begin with. I don't think we're going to need the scope inside this level, folks. I don't think we need to see from that far away. Let's go ahead and run to our supply point super quick. Make sure we don't have any patrols. Beautiful. Should have grabbed my hand-to-hand weapon for being able to do a takedown. Nope. Not doing a silent takedown here. Grab his spare gun, just in case.
Override token found.
Let's see. Ooh, yeah. Don't have to refresh it. I'll grab a pistol. Not the highest damage imaginable, but I'll take it. I hear you. Didn't think I was going to actually... Short-barreled Makarov. Oops, did I just drop it on the ground? I bet I did. Yup. Whoops. That's what happens when we don't harness our weapons, folks. All right. Let's take the point out.
Could be worse. I could be meat in a can. Huh? Over there.
Oh. I see your foot. Oh, too slow. Was not expecting that.
System core exposed. System core.
So you'll notice I forgot to call it out.
Well done. 3 override tokens found. Advance to next system node and take it.
I forgot to mention, as I walked into the point, you'll notice that the barriers are up. A viewer recommended. They're like, hey, if you're taken to make the point a more interesting tactical situation, why not raise them even though we're not technically in a hold? And I was like, that's a fantastic idea. Oh, he's gonna see me. Maybe I should have brought the scope. Got him in one. Gimme!
What's going on over here?
Ah!
That's a doozy.
As you can see, so many more patrols out of the gate. We need to get something more than a 6-shot weapon.
All's well that ends well. Guess I'm out.
Man, who else was shooting at me there?
Huh?
Oh, you! We have taken more damage than I wanted. You can tell I don't play limited ammo. I take 2 shots and I just reload my weapon. It is the worst habit. Beautiful. I'm glad this is... I was playing till we got to here. Hopefully, we can pull out a... actually, you know what? This might have a an increase. Let's see. Yes! Oh my gosh! This is maybe the best deal that comes out of the ammo upgrader. So, at request now, when you go to purchase a magazine size upgrade, it actually shows you what it's going from and to. It's actually inconvenient now because we have to, we've got to store our drum magazine in a larger slot. There we go! 80 rounds! We can't run out of ammo now! This is delightful! Now if only it did any damage. My trigger finger's gonna be so sore from this.
System core exposed. Destroyed. System core destroyed. Well done. 4 override tokens found.
Amazing.
Advance to next system node and take it.
80 rounds of trash. I just love it. I just love it. So yeah, so other than that, Blitz plays as I showed it last week. You go from point to point, take out supply points, take out the system node. There's still some stuff I want to tweak about it.
Override token found.
I would love your feedback. Oh, there we go. There we go. Perfect. Absolutely perfect.
Over there.
I never tire of this gun. Frankie's got the best guns. We can't aim this one down sights. This is a hip fire only gun for sure.
Check this out.
Anyone else want to play?
Check this out.
So yeah, one of the things that I would love feedback from you folks who are trying this out is basically like, what do you think about the patrol volume? What do you think about the difficulty in general? Do you think the system node is too easy to kill, too hard to kill? I am open to feedback. Because this is obviously brand new. This is a new experience. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Goodbye 80 round drum, 20 round shotgun drum is new best friend. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Wonderful. Just wonderful. Anyone else? Ha ha!
System core destroyed. Well done. 5 override tokens found. Advance to next system node and take it.
Wonderful. You know what? I was gonna start this run, stop this run early, but I mean this game mode's super fast, so let's just skip the supply. Let's take that last point. Oh man, they're in a hurry. Oh, I am so surrounded. There's so many Sosigs.
What's over there?
Oh, they know where I am now. It's at this point. Yup, it's this one.
Over there.
Good. I'm gonna go ahead and take that. There we go, down the hall! You're gonna be surrounded soon. Where's our last note? There we go. Oh, shoot!
System core destroyed.
I miscounted.
Well done.
There was one more of those.
5 override tokens found.
Getting an auto shotgun feels kind of like
Advance to
cheating,
next
but
system node.
it's the best
Then
kind of
take it.
cheating. Oh yeah, I know which point we're doing. This should be a fast clear. Oh, that's a guard. Oh man, there's so many of them. Oh.
System core destroyed. Well done.
Oh, I love this mode.
5
love this
override
mode.
tokens found. Returning to interface.
Wonderful. So, one thing to notice, right now the scoreboard, ignore whatever score you get in this mode. I have not yet adjusted the way scoring works for these modes. There's some other things I'm going to do in terms of how you're going to get bonus points. Obviously, there's no hold phase in this, so there's no way to get any of those. So there's right now just a no alert and a no damage bonus, which obviously the no alert bonus is not even triggering correctly. So that still needs to be fixed. I'll do that for the next build. Anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at the subtle changes to Rampart. Cool. So we're picking Rampart. Let's I don't know. Let's pick Grumbly GI Grayson for this one. Let's switch over to Institution. This is a map that I feel really works well with Rampart. I know a lot of you folks may have dug the vibe of what I did, but we're like, Anton, you made that map a little bit too big, a little too confusing to navigate. It's the environment artist in me. I can't be stopped. So let's go ahead and jump into Rampart, and I'll show you the changes.
Uplink successful. Target system detected.
Ooh, a pump. I'm glad I actually decided to warm up today before playing. Really need to fix that chambered round count issue. So yeah, if you didn't watch last week, the way that Rampart works, you can see that our supply point is surrounded by this strange field. We're not actually navigating the map. We're just loading up, passing through here, teleporting to a new position. Let's see, where is it? There it is. There's our
Override
node.
token found.
Let's see, are we gonna buy ourselves a new gun, or are we gonna eco round this? Break action for one, or burn one to unlock it. Yeah, I think this is a fantastic weapon. I think I'm just gonna run this for our first hold. So yeah, to make it to the hold, we just leave the supply point.
Interfacing with system
We're right
node.
here.
Hold this position.
Let's see, do I want to hold high or low?
Analyzing system.
We should see where there we go. There's our node. Almost flawless. So remember, in Rampart, the other encryptions are suppressed. There's only going to be 1, 2, or 3 of them based upon the phase. But our defending SOSICs come in much faster. Come on, get him! Get him! Oh my goodness, this is terrible. I think we disarmed him though. There we go. Beautiful. Nodes drop health and power-ups.
Data extracted. 3 override tokens found. Advance to next system node and take it.
So here I have a little bit of a design problem. I'd originally had it such that I warped you automatically from the hold point to the next supply point. A bunch of folks who play with bipoded weapons and limited ammo were like, hey, that actually stinks, because if I like put down weapons or I put down ammo or bipoded weapons and I get auto-teleported away, I would lose those items. The problem is that whereas supply points, their bounds, how big they are as a room, are defined by a single bound point. Hold points can be a more complex shape, and so when I went to actually see how I had defined the bounds for this, it was like an array of them, which means I don't have an easy way to display that geometry auto-magically in a way that will work for every mod map. And I have not yet figured out how I'm going to handle that problem. So for now, you just sort of walk out of the point and just head on over to the supply point. Hopefully that's not too confusing to folks for now, while I think about how on earth I am going to solve that problem. Oh, really? We got to burn? Okay, fine. We'll burn the point. What do you want to get? 3-point pistol? Yeah, 3-point pistol. Oh God, why? Why do I get the weird ones? Oh, with a tiny mag. At least we've got, here's a question. Can we upgrade this mag? Do we want to actually burn 3 whole points? Oh, there isn't even an upgrade. We're just stuck with this stupid thing. Great. Thanks, Great Britain. Anyway, let's do one more.
Interfacing with
Ooh, I love this one.
Hold this position.
I don't know how well this comes through in the video. I might need to raise the contrast a bit. Take his Thompson. I hear you!
There's me flopping.
Detected. Channel identified.
Reloading in the dark.
Encryption neutralized.
Don't need that health, turns out.
Advancing to next system layer.
Where are they coming from?
Analyzing system.
Yeah, that, we'll just pretend that mag didn't happen. Two of them or 3 of them? Come on, go, get. There we go. Doinked. Ooh, one of ours is back here.
Detected. Channel identified.
What's that?
It was a shotgun is what it was.
Encryption neutralized.
Did it? Okay, good. Not that we need quad damage.
Hold successful. Data extracted.
Good stuff.
4 override tokens found. Advance to next system node and take it.
And there you go. That is Rampart, our taken hold on turbo speed mode. You know, I've been playing both of these modes just a ton. I hope you enjoy them. Let's go ahead and jump out of VR now and talk about the other stuff that is going into this experimental build and how we're handling things in terms of builds, branches, and such as we move into the extended experimental phase for Update 120. Yo! So, what else is going on? I've tried to solve a bunch of other little unpleasant aspects of the way that Taken Hold runs over the course of the past month or so. So one of the things that has been changed is that SOSIG entities, like the way Taken Hold works right now on the release version is say we go from take to hold, or rather from hold to take, it spawns sometimes 20 SOSIGs at once because they have to go into up to 3 supply points, 1 to 2 patrols, and this creates one really big long frame hitch. I have tried to smooth this out by making that spawning a coroutine that sort of takes those all from one place and sort of like noisily interleaves them over a period of time. The spawning still will happen in like under a second, but it should make that less of a single big hitchy frame. Hopefully it doesn't just make like 20 hitchy frames over 1 second. So please let me know how it works. Note there will still be a little bit of a hitch when a SOSIG type or weapon loads for the first time in your play session, because there's a second set of things that I want to do to improve this that I haven't gotten to yet. I started to write the code and then disabled it because it's not ready, where what I want to try to do is synchronously preload all of the enemy content right at the beginning of the take and hold run. So it should be imperceptible because it'll all happen before the first frame of the level starts drawing. But the goal is to basically try to eliminate all of the hitches that are within my abilities to when a SOSIG spawns into the level. So this will be some work that'll be continuing into the next build. I've tweaked the SOSIG investigate behavior in a bunch of ways. So essentially guards that are still configured to what's called hard guard, meaning don't go chasing after sounds, still will hold their place. They shouldn't really change, except they should maybe look around a bit better. But other SOSIGs in like say an investigation state should now pursue things that they've heard more aggressively, and they should move more dynamically. The way it worked before is they would all like file into a single like conga line, half the time sort of crouching if they were all near it, which means you could come around the corner and literally just like bolt action send around through 4 of them. It was kind of goofy. Now they essentially like move and act evasively as they're investigate moving towards things. So what this should mean is that even when you're playing hallways and when a patrol around a corner is alerted to your presence and starts moving towards you and you sort of take that fight with them, they should be more spread out and in a more interesting configuration to fight, instead of just, as I said, being a conga line where the back 3 are literally blocked from shooting at you from the front. So that'll still happen sometimes, but it should be way, 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 way better. Cool. So yeah, I made some changes. SOSIGs will also be a little more evasive in their movement when they're being suppressed. Cool changes to that. We talked about all the lobby stuff. So that's the hard thing. And then the very important thing, a note to modders. This is the first version, because this is now update 120, experimental 1. This is the first experimental version of H3 where take and hold tweaker / framework is hard deprecated. I actually try to detect if you're running it, and if you're running it, don't let take and hold start running, because so many things will be exotically and chaotically broken because of the way that mod just wholesale replaces some methods, because I have changed code in every single important class and method in take and hold. And so any mod that would modify that code would just be horrendously broken at this point. I assume it would still load, but it would not be good. So as I've said before, we are going to be providing official versions of the key functionality that is in that mod for 1.0. Folks who built stuff on take and hold tweaker will need to re-implement like their custom characters and things like that. But I hope the really awesome tools that we're working on that are way better than just editing a text file to create those things should hopefully like make that not as big of a pain in the butt. So to make sure, though, if you like playing take and hold in H3 in a particular way and don't want to wait and things like that, I'm making sure throughout this entire process that every functional past branch of the game remains accessible to you. And so if you go into, even if you've never used the betas tab, if you right-click the game in Steam, go to Properties, go to Betas, there's a drop-down there that will show you all of the past numbered versions of H3, I think going back to like Update 111. There's going to be one there for Update 119. There's going to be a new one in there called Update 119 P5, which is the last patch of Update 119 that I did, which was the last build. And then experimental going forward is experimental for Update 120. So if you're playing with take and hold tweaker and all sorts of custom characters, and for some reason you were set to experimental while doing that, go ahead and set yourself to U119P5 as a branch. To anyone who isn't using those mods, you should be free to experiment and play around with update 120 experimental 1. So hopefully that wasn't all confusing. As I said, I'm trying to make sure that everything is as conveniently configured for folks running the game in all these different configurations. So lastly, we have the most important part of our devlog. It's time for hot dog or not dog. Going back to basics here. We're not none of this like funky stuff from across the pond. No, we've got something all American for you folks. That's right, folks. We're going to Flavor Town. We've got Guy Fieri's donkey sauce, which I have no idea what this is supposed to taste like. The label says that if you don't dig this creamy, garlicky flavor bomb aioli, you're a jackass. With the S's spelled with dollar signs. So I'm not. Does that mean I'm cash money, but a jerk? I'm not so sure. But all right. So we're just gonna crack this out here. We've got our hot dog. We've got our wonderful hot dog here that we're now going to cover with euphemistically white sauce of some. Let's go. Let's really get that on there. Oh yeah. We're going to Flavor Town. Hot dog or not dog? Donkey sauce. Very acidic. It's like 30% preservatives. You can taste anytime you get something like this and it's just got that really acidic, that's lemon juice concentrate. That's to prevent it from going bad, because this is like, I don't know if this is shelf stable. Does this have a should you shake well, refrigerate after opening? Well, I didn't shake it well. I don't think that's going to make much of a difference here. I don't know, guy pal. Let's try one more. No. This is a not dog. Not because a garlic aioli would be bad on a hot dog, but because this is trash. This is disgusting. 0 out of 10. Yeah, it just tastes sour is the easiest way I could describe it. A garlic aioli should be like garlicky. There should be some sweetness there. Should be some nuttiness. If you're using like browned garlic, it should have that caramelized flavor. And if you want more of the astringent garlicky flavor, there should be like a brightness. I don't know. I honestly don't know how they've managed to take a garlic thing and make it taste this bad. You know what this is? This tastes like really cheap Caesar dressing. And that makes sense because there's some like anchovy in here as well. Yeah, don't buy this, and definitely don't put it on a hot dog. So there we have it. We have gone to Flavor Town, and we were mugged while there. So anywho, I hope you folks all have yourselves a wonderful weekend. Have fun playing the new Take and Hold game modes. Report bugs as usual to the Steam forum bug report section, the Discord channel bug report section. I'm going to continue to tinker with these, obviously, as we slowly move the game towards an eventual 1.0. And I hope these different ways of playing revitalize the Take and Hold experience for some of you. Anywho, I will catch you folks next week. Peace.